Okay, we're diving into an explainer today on a topic that, let's be honest, might feel just a little bit taboo to bring up at the dinner table. But trust me, it is absolutely crucial for your overall health. We're talking about using what your body leaves behind in the toilet as a highly accurate, real-time diagnostic tool. Most of us just, well, flush and forget, but if you actually stop to look, your body is giving you a daily progress report on exactly how your internal systems are functioning.
So let's get right into this. Our source material opens with an incredibly powerful thought. You can tell what's going on with your entire digestion way before it ever shows up in a blood test. By the time a digestive issue flags on a standard lab panel, it's often been brewing for quite a while. To break the ice on this notoriously awkward topic, the physician in our source actually pulls out a literal, tiny wooden stool as a visual pun for a stool sample. Dad jokes aside, beneath the humor lies a very serious truth. Identifying the shape and color of what you leave behind gives you a massive head start on catching digestive imbalances early.
Here's how we're going to break this down today. First, we'll look at the ultimate health indicator. Second, decoding poop shapes. Third, decoding poop colors. And finally, exactly how to reset your digestion. Part 1. The ultimate health indicator. Let's set our baseline.
So before we can diagnose any problems, we have to know what we're aiming for, right? The gold standard. According to the source, perfectly normal, healthy stools should be brown in color and formed solidly, shaped somewhat like a sausage. If this is what you're seeing every day, great news. It means your transit time is optimal, your microbial balance is solid, and your liver, gallbladder, and pancreas are all doing their jobs in perfect harmony. But what happens when things start to deviate from this?
That brings us to part 2. Decoding poop shapes and what form tells us about function. Now, what's really interesting is that the actual physical form of your stool communicates an incredible amount of information. Just look at the contrast between these two extremes. On one hand, if you're seeing small, hard pellets or little balls, your digestion is taking way too long. The transit time is just too slow, which usually points to an issue higher up in the digestive tract. Now, on the flip side, we have soft, fragmented stool that isn't quite diarrhea. This usually means you're missing the essential microbes required to physically form the stool. It can also point to food allergies or pathogens. Because think about it, if your body detects a bug or food poisoning, it initiates a complete flush, diarrhea. The tragic irony here, though, is that while this flush gets rid of the bad stuff, it takes all your good bacteria right along with it.
And this brilliantly illustrates why sudden changes in shape are a massive red flag. For instance, if your stool suddenly becomes incredibly thin, like a pencil or a cigar, you need to pay close attention. This physically indicates that there's some type of stricture or blockage in your large intestine. Basically, the stool is being forced through a narrowed opening. Now, this could be an impaction, a collection of polyps, or another serious obstruction. If you see this consistently, no question, it is definitely a sign to get checked out by a medical professional.
All right, part 3, decoding poop colors, the rainbow of digestion.
So if shape tells us about transit times and microbes, color acts as a direct window into your internal chemistry. It's like a real-time chemical readout. To understand why things go wrong with color, we first have to understand where that normal brown actually comes from. It originates from your biliary system. Here's how it works step by step. First, your liver manufactures bile. Next, that bile flows down and is stored and highly concentrated in a small sac called the gallbladder. When you eat a meal, that gallbladder contracts, squeezing this concentrated bile into your small intestine. Finally, the pancreas chimes in, releasing enzymes to further break the food down for absorption. It's the bile going through this exact coordinated process that gives healthy stool its brown color. Well, what happens when those specific organs start to struggle? If your stool is light-colored, gray, and floating, it means bile just isn't getting through. You likely have a fatty liver or thickened bile sludge blocking the pathways. And the reason it floats, it's full of undigested fat. You'll actually see this visual warning sign well before you ever feel pain in that area. On the other hand, let's say the bile is fine, but the stool has a uniquely foul odor and looks excessively greasy. This points the finger straight at an exhausted, overworked pancreas that's failing to release those necessary digestive enzymes. Then we have the colors that tend to cause immediate panic: black and red. Medically speaking, black stool can indicate oxidized blood from an ulcer higher up in the stomach, which is actually sometimes caused by taking too many NSAID pain relievers like Tylenol or ibuprofen. Red stool can mean fresh blood from a hemorrhoid or a bleed in the lower intestine. But before you rush to the emergency room, there is a massive relieving twist here. Check your recent diet first. A big bowl of blackberries or blueberries will turn your stool completely black. And a salad heavy in beets? That will absolutely turn things bright red. So always check what you ate recently first. Just to quickly round out the color wheel, let's look at green stool. Honestly, this one is almost always completely benign. If things are looking unusually green, it's typically just undigested chlorophyll pigment. You probably just ate a massive kale salad or consumed a whole bunch of leafy greens, and your body just pushed it through quickly.
Let's move to part 4. How to reset digestion. Actionable steps for gut health. We've spent some time diagnosing the problems. Now we need some actionable steps to get your gut back to that healthy baseline. So the crucial point is this number right here, 1 to 2. You need at least 1 to 2 bowel elimination events every single day. There is this dangerous myth floating around out there that it's perfectly normal to only go every 3 or 4 days. It really isn't. Your body absolutely needs to clear waste daily. So, how do we get there?
Our source lays out 4 highly specific lifestyle interventions to reset your system. First up, give your gut a break. Practice intermittent fasting, stick to 2 meals a day, and really try to stop snacking. Second, because we naturally lose stomach acid as we age, supplementing with a little betaine hydrochloride can dramatically improve complete digestion. Third, if you've lost your microbes to diarrhea, a great quick fix is blending blackberries with kefir or yogurt to rapidly reintroduce that good bacteria. And finally, to address the root cause of that red stool we talked about, an herbal supplement called calensonial root can actually help resolve hemorrhoid tissue.
Ultimately, your health isn't just about what you put into your body. It's equally about analyzing how effectively your body processes it. And if you're looking for a real game changer to fix those missing microbes we talked about today, the source highly recommends exploring how to make your own L-Rootery yogurt. It's a process that packs up to 300 billion microbes into just half a cup. It's incredible. So start looking before you flush, take control of your gut, and ask yourself, are you ready to finally listen to what your body is leaving behind?